What's up, Combo Cabal? Bryant Cook, and today we're playing a deck that we have yet to play on this channel. I'm talking about Black Red Reanimator. That said, we have a twist, or at least something that used to be a twist in Black Red Reanimator, which is the card Tendrils of Agony, our storm mechanic, and the reason why we're allowed to update or upload this deck list version to this channel. So Tendrils of Agony is in this deck, and the idea is that you put Griselbrand into play, aka essentially Yawgmoth's bargain for legacy. So we're putting Griselbrand onto the battlefield. We're paying 7 life, drawing 7 cards. We can do this a few times. Eventually, we can entomb, which is search your deck for a card, put it to your graveyard, a Children of Korlis. So the kids, they're all right. And what happens is we put them to the graveyard, we bring them back. And while you gain life equal to the number of life you've lost this turn, well, that works pretty well with Griselbrand. So we're going to gain 14 life, which allows us to draw 14 more cards. In the middle somewhere, we'll cast a Reanimate, bring back the children, do this again and again. Eventually, we will draw our Tendrils of Agony, Dark Ritual, Tendrils. That's the idea here. So that is how this version of Black Red Reanimator works. This is actually a version that was pretty popular about a year ago. My good friend Max Carini, aka Wonder Pro, actually won a challenge with this build almost a year ago now, maybe a little bit longer than a year ago. But these lists have changed. Recently, the Archon of Cruelty builds have been more popular. Today, we're running the build that was previously popular, so we'll see if it can still hang. That's the idea here today. And I've never uploaded Black Red Reanimator before, but a secret goal I have today is to see if I could speedrun this deck faster than Oops All Spells. So I'm going to end this intro now. Let's just hop right on in and let's start Tendrilsing people. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to click that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. That said, there's no better way of showing your support than becoming a member of this channel. You get sweet perks, and we get to keep making combo content. The perks get better and better each level you go up. They also stack. To start off, with our Storm Fan tier, you unlock our private members section of our Discord, which comes with a highlighted user profile and then some awesome badges and emotes for YouTube. Looking for sideboard help? Become a Stormtrooper, our middle tier, for 2 sideboard guides of your deck choice every single month, on top of 50% off donation decks. Did we mention you also get 10% off merchandise from our shop? With our top tier, the Combo Cabal, you get a free donation deck every single month, 15% off merchandise from our shop, early access to private deck lists, and the most valuable perk in my opinion, videos early. That's right, you heard it, early access to all videos. But maybe sweet perk, secret deck list, early access to videos isn't for you, but you'd still like to show your appreciation. Make sure to check out theepicstorm.com/shop for card singles and Storm swag. Please don't forget to use your membership discounts. Finally, if you want to see your combo deck here on this very YouTube channel, make sure to visit theepicstorm.com/donation decks, where all you have to do is attach your TXT file and pick a donation tier. With our Epic tier, you can even join me in a video to showcase your bold brew in person and explain the ins and outs of your strategy. Card availability won't be an issue due to our new sponsor, Card Hoarder. With Card Hoarder, renting is super easy. If you're looking to get into Magic Online, there isn't a better, more affordable solution than Card Hoarder. Fun fact, you can rent the Epic Storm for 7 tickets a week, which is just a great deal. There are many ways you can support us. Just pick whatever is best for you. In the meantime, let's play some Magic. Match number 1, we're on the play. And something we're looking to do is leverage the London Mulligan really well. So this hand doesn't have a mana, or else it would have been the absolute nuts. We're going to ship this. Alright, so we have turn 1 Thoughtseize into turn 2 Griselbrand. That's probably good enough. We'll keep this. And I think we want to keep the children. Alright, so why don't we just lead off on this Marsh Flats basic swamp. That way Wasteland doesn't matter as much, and cast this Thoughtseize. Alright, it is a blue deck. Get out of here, Force of Will. That stops our turn 2 Griselbrand. Okay. Brainstorm is up. We drew the Tendrils, which is a little bit awkward. But shouldn't be the end of the world. We'll grab that Badlands. Entomb. Go get Griselbrand. And reanimate Griselbrand. They'll brainstorm in response, looking for a force of will. Yep. Come on, reanimate. Resolve. Resolve. Hey, we're going to go to 1. And we did not hit our initial mana source or dark ritual. We'll discard Griselbrand here. And the children. I guess I could have unmasked them. I'm probably not playing my best right now. Let's get in there. Ooh. Okay. That happens. The storm is 1. I'm gonna unmask them. Let's get rid of this reanimate. So this hits the Narset. Oh, they have double Narset? Jeez. It's actually a really big pain in the butt. Yikes. I think we still take it. Zoom. Griselbrand. Let's go to 1. I'll be honest, I forgot that I gained 7 life off swords. So I would have Dark Ritual. That was a mistake on my part. Play out the land. And we'll pass the turn. Yeah, no excuses. I was just I'm not used to playing this deck, so it's just a mistake. Not a good showing for me so far. Like, in fact, I've played this game pretty poorly. Alright, so our opponent's going to play a Narset here. I mean, I guess they could play Uro looking for a Caracas or Swords. They wisely chose the Narset. Force of Will, you got it. Draw. Let's attack the Narset. Okay, I'm at 8. Let's draw 7. I have not hit Lotus Petals this game. Like, that's what I'm looking for, and I just have not found them. What's Faithless Looting? Or Chancellor and Griselbrand? Dark Ritual? Dark Ritual? Zoom! And our opponent is conceded. Alright, so even despite playing like a donkey, I won game number 1. Deck's super easy. That's the message here. No skill whatsoever. You could just play like an absolute dummy, still win. I'm joking. Obviously, that's not true. There's skill to playing this deck, and in my opinion, the greatest skill of playing Black Red Reanimator is knowing how to mulligan. And I should be decent at that because of playing Storm combo. So here we want Xanad Swarms because we're facing a blue deck. The thing about Xanad Swarm is it is worse than it used to be because of Prismatic Ending, which is just pretty free for every blue deck to leave in now. I do wonder if we want Magus of the Moon, so I'm going to board that in. I'm not sure if we do, but it seems pretty free. And we probably want something in order to deal with their hate. So I'm wondering about Serenity here. And like I could bring in the Shenanigans for Entomb. But that brings us to 8 cards. How do you board? I think you probably take out these Chancellors. Run the draw, and they're not really that great in the matchup anyway, so I think you can probably take those out. You'd likely shave a Chrome Mox. And then you still need free slots. It's tough. I wonder if you're supposed to board out the Tendrils package, but I'm not actually sure. I also don't know if you're ever allowed to board out the Tendrils package and the Chancellor, because otherwise you're just winning off Griselbrand. 3 cards. I don't actually know. I really don't. Maybe we just do Shenanigans and not the Serenities? I wish I knew how to board. Maybe I take out an Animate Dead? Let's try this. Okay, so we have turn 1 Xanad. We just need a protection or a reanimation spell. So I think we keep this. And our opponent's deck is not a deck that is likely to have Leyline in it, which is why I didn't board in Reverend. Draw. Okay. I think we want to unmask them. Terminus. Alright, so I think I want to make them force the Xanid. Let's take the dress down. And now I'm just going to play the Xanid and make them force it. And then we have another that we can cast next turn anyway. Ooh, they just let it go. Alright. So they're saying, hey, I'm going to draw a Brainstorm for this Terminus. And that's their game plan. Reanimation spell. Wow, that's a bummer. Let's get in there. And it happened. So the question is whether or not so if they draw a land, they can just cast the Days Undoing. So it's whether or not I want to play Xanadtorm into the Terminus. And I think the answer is no. Right? So they fetched a basic, so they might be up to the fact that we have Magus. Or they want to try to do back to basics. And they're not casting the Days Undoing. Upkeep, I'm going to fetch, hoping to draw into reanimation spell, trying to thin my deck a little. Draw. There we go. So now we attack with Xanid. You cannot cast spells. Those are the rules. Alright, so let's Dark Ritual. Entomb. Gristle. Reanimate Gristle. Draw 7. We're at 3 life. I'm trying to think the best way of going about this. I think I just hardcast Magus. Alright, so don't raw Terminus me. Like, you have 1 in your hand. Not a miracle. And our opponent has conceded. Woot woot. Match number 1 over a blue deck. We did it. Let's see if we can continue our speedrun. If you haven't joined them already, I would recommend opening up our description down below and joining our 7 social media networks. They're each great in their own way, but I would strongly suggest joining our Discord server. In there, you will find others just like you looking to improve their Storm game and grow as a combo community. If you're a member of our YouTube channel, you should sync your account to Discord to unlock our private member section that has the latest and greatest deck lists, concepts, and much, much more. Let's get back to comboing out. Welcome to round number 2. We're on the draw, and I am going to keep this. It's not the world's best hand. We don't actually have a reanimation spell, but I do think Triple Thoughtseize is probably fairly good. Cutting Wish, and okay, so they're on blue-green Omni. These Thoughtseizes are a little awkward because Omni is the 4x Veil of Summer deck, and here we ripped Exhume. So now we want our next draw to be Dark Ritual. We're going to Thoughtseize here. Show and Tell. Or not Force. Okay. I think we just take the Show and Tell here. Pass the turn. I don't know how this matchup is. Guess I'll find out. They played Misty, to be expected. And probably Preordain, right? Tropical. And Preordain. They have 1 unknown card in hand, or we're going to see if they keep off Preordain. We want to dodge a Veil of Summer. They put 2 on the bottom, which is good for us. Draw. Not Dark Ritual, but we can still put a creature into play next turn. But right now I'm just going to try to Thoughtseize them again. And fortunate. I think we're supposed to... So if they rip Show and Tell, they can put an Omniscience and a Preordain. I don't know what the right choice is. I could double take Omniscience, and then next turn just try to draw a land. I think that's probably the safest thing to do. Just don't give them the chance to beat me, because I feel like in this game I'm going to have the longevity. And you can't respond, so they have 2 cantrips and a land. We just need to draw a land and we can put a Griselbrand into play. Casting Brainstorm. They played the island and Preordain? And Preordain. So they're going to have 3 unknown cards in hand. Land. I'm going to Looting. I feel like it's pretty free here. Discard Petal. Animate Dead. I'm going to unmask them, but I don't love it. Well, turns out they just didn't. Take this Cunning Wish. And Entomb for Gristle. Pass the turn. I was really worried about getting Veiled there, and it just didn't happen. Ponder. We know that they have a Misty and 1 unknown in hand. Did not shuffle. They played the Misty, 2 unknowns. Right, draw. Lotus Petal. I mean, they're not a Daze deck, but it's pretty free to play this out. And Exhume. If you have a Force, they're paying cost, they're going to respond. Brainstorm. Exhume. Hey. Alright, so we're going to 6 life. I do have a land drop. Okay, so I can't quite cast anything right now, so I think I'm just going to cast the Faithless Looting, hoping to hit. Right, so they're playing red apparently. That's a little odd. Faithless Looting. So I can cast the Tendrils to allow me to keep going. Alright, so let's cast Dark Ritual. Tendrils for 14. Is this where I finally get hit by Veil of Summer? Oh. Oh, it's resolving. I was not expecting that. Okay, so now we're going to draw. Draw again. 5 life. Let's unmask them. We can pitch Animate Dead, that's fine. They have Force and a land. Let's play the Chrome Mox. And print Chancellor. Play Children. Let's gain some life. Draw 7. Lotus Petal. Alright, I'm allowed to draw 7 more, but if I draw 7 after that, I deck myself and can't win. So, not ideal. Not a whole lot of mana in there. So, I'm going to unmask myself. Let's discard a Chancellor. And then I have 1 land. Whoops, cancel. Dark Ritual. And I think I just Exhume here because I can't really do much else. Let's put Chancellor into play. I mean, I can't imagine 1 draw spell gets them out of it. And now I'll just click on as many things as I can because I'm trying to speedrun here. Come on. What are you doing to me? Alright. They don't have a draw that wins the game from here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. Like, winning with this build seems to take a little bit longer. I could be wrong. Maybe I should just shut my mouth and play faster. Garrett was probably looking for a high-level Reanimator play, and I'm just like, how fast can I win? And that's game number 1. Our opponent's conceded. We're going to game 2 now. And in comes the Xanted Swarm. From my recollection, is that deck does not play any graveyard hate, so I'm not going to board for it, but I am going to bring in Iona and the Ashen Rider. I do think we want the Chancellor here. It's tough to board. It really is with this deck. So I know that we take out Chrome Mox. I wonder if we could shave a few Chancellors. Maybe Chancellor's better than Ash Editor. Alright, so we still have 4 cards to take out. I wonder if we just cut the Tendrils packet. And just, like, focus on reanimating Iona. Alright, we need 2 more cuts. How do you board with this deck? Jeez. Maybe it's Chancellor on the draw? Let's try it. I think on the play you definitely want 4 Chancellors, though. This hand doesn't do it. We're going to ship down to 6. This hand's pretty good. I think we just get rid of the unmasked. We're pretty much looking at this Faithless looting to find something to reanimate. There's some friction with how our fetch works this game, which is why I kept the Lotus Petal, because the Delta can either get Bayou or Badlands. It cannot get both, and wow, that was a good draw. All right, so we're just going to attempt to put Xanadu Swarm on the battlefield. Bayou. Swarm. If it was forced, I would consider going Lotus Petal Reanimate, and I'm not joking. I think that's how good Xanadu Swarm is in this Forest. Also, this plan aligns really well when our opponent likely wow, that was a good draw. Kept this hand based on Veil of Summer, and Veil of Summer is just not going to matter. Sure. I'm still going to attack you. And unlike Hope of Gearper, Xanadu Swarm does not need to connect. Fun fact. Okay, so Xanadu Swarm did its job. Dark Ritual. Entomb. Get Griselbrand. We can always get Iona later. And then we will Exhume. Get back Gristle. Draw some cards. We're at 5 life. Alright, we'll play this out. Play out some Lotus Petals. Why not? We did not hit an Entomb in there, which kind of stinks. Let's looting. There's the Iona. GG. Black. Black. Let's put that Iona onto the battlefield. Pick blue. Move to discard. Griselbrand out. Okay. The Ice Fang now has Death Touch. Draw. Attack with Griselbrand. Sure. Okay, so now we will animate dead on... They're both 8, right? Looks like Chancellor might actually be 7. Noxious Revival, huh? Was not expecting that. Okay, so how about animate dead on Chancellor? Am I allowed to do that? Pass the turn. And the reason to play Chancellor there over anything else is one of the few ways we could possibly lose this game is if our opponent went second Forest Eureka and Chancellor stops that. All right, let's get in there. Hiya! Cast this looting. Discard Griselbrand and Thoughtseize. Unmask them. Pitch the Thoughtseize. They can't cast these things. Swarm. And animate dead. I'll animate their Gristle. What up? Alright, so I think we've got this one. Alright, so I think my opponent is rage timing out right now. So I'm just going to stop recording. I will see you in match number 3. Playing your favorite combo deck in paper just got so much easier with the Epic Storm mini token pack. You can pick one up at theepicstorm.com/shop for $13. It includes 64 double-sided mini tokens. That's 128 tokens total. And they include 10 black, 10 blue, 10 red, 5 green, 5 white, 3 colorless, 20 storm counters. That means that you can count your way all the way up to 20 for Grape Shot, everyone's favorite Stormwind condition, a Galvanic Relay Exile Indicator, 4 treasure tokens for Strike It Rich, and then 10 monk tokens for our vintage friends. It also has Slime Time Live, 8 Progenitor Ooze tokens with the power and toughness already built in to make playing in paper so much easier. No fumbling around with dice, we've got you covered. Make sure to go grab those if you're playing Modern. And then Squirrels versus Goblins, Chatterstorm versus Empty the Warrens, the Battle of the Ages. You definitely need 20 Squirrel tokens and 20 Goblin tokens. You're going to love this mini token pack, I promise. And once again, you can grab that at theepicstorm.com/shop. Welcome to the third match. We're on the draw, unfortunately, or else this hand would just be the nuts. So we're going to keep this and reveal our Chancellor. But if we were on the play, this is a Chancellor-backed first-turn Griselbrand. Unfortunately, that's not quite how Chancellor works on the draw. Opponent mulliganing to 5. Alright, we will reveal our Chancellor of the Annex. Chancellor trigger is over there just hanging out. Ancient Tomb? What? Is that allowed? They're paying the one for Bobble. Okay. So they're on 8 cast. Draw. Ah, Children, right? Okay, Lotus Petal, they have 1 card. Entomb. Go get that Gristle. Okay, black and reanimate Gristle. Draw 7. And our opponent has conceded. Nice. Going to game 2. Alright. Against 8 cast, we definitely want Serenity. Probably want this Ashen Rider. Iona looks pretty good. Honestly, Iona's, it might not even be that good against Saga. Who knows? Do I want something like Xanid Swarm? They do have 8 forces. Ah, geez. So I think we're supposed to take out the Tendrils package. Take out this Chrome Mox, and that brings us down to 65. I think we're allowed to take out Chancellors on the draw. That leaves us 1 card over. Maybe skim on a Thoughtseize. I am somewhat interested in the card Shenanigans as well. Question is, like, what am I allowed to board out? Am I allowed to, like, shave an enemy dead? I don't know. There's probably some Black Card Reanimator expert that will just go through round by round telling me exactly what I did wrong, but I'm just guessing here. Okay, this is a keep. Sounds pretty good. I'm looking at Unmask as a way to get Griselbrand to the graveyard. We will need to draw an extra black card, though. City of Traders. Shells of the Void. So if I draw a black card, I can just put Griselbrand into play. Looting. I think I should just wait. Okay, we've revealed Enemy Dead. And Dead again, it looks like. No, Serenity. Okay, so they know about Serenity. They get 2 Bobble triggers. Another city. Okay. Darn, that's annoying. So this Lotus Petal is now dead. It's possible they're not even on. They could be on colorless. So like they might not actually be 8 cast. I'm gonna play this out because I want the info on if they're actually playing blue. Alright, and they're using Kern's minus ability to search their sideboard or something exiled for an artifact. Our best draw is probably a land, and they got LEDs, so that sort of tells me. Well, I guess that also means that they could just be trying to lattice me next turn. All right, I'm just gonna unmask them for end. All right, so I don't think they are the blue version. And we can just go to game 3. I'm probably gonna board in Reverent Silence, which seems crazy, but like this is definitely a deck that could be playing Leyline, so I want Reverent Silence. Let's get rid of the Iona. Let's get rid of the Ashen Rider. I do think I want Chancellors. I think we just want to be a combo deck. Get rid of these Xanid Swarms. 65 cards. Let's get rid of the Shenanigans. It's too slow. Now we're at 64. So the question is, do I want... Technically, I still have the kids package in the board, too. But it's 66. It's so many cards. Wonder if I can do like a 50-50 plan with the Serenities. Do like 2 Reverend, 2 Serenity. Let's try this. I don't know. I'm leaving 1 Chancellor just for something to reanimate post Griselbrand, but that might not even be correct. We're on the play. I don't think I'm allowed to keep this. It just doesn't do anything. This is pretty good. Keep and bottom. Boom. Opponent also took a mulligan. They have Leyline. That's a bummer. Okay, so I think we just want to lead on Thoughtseize here. Containment Proof. Rid of that. We just want to... We have 2 Reverent Silence in our deck. That's what we want to draw right here. It looks like they're just like old school Bomberman. Okay. Draw. And I'm just going to pass. Saga, you got it. You drew Karn? Oh, Salvengers. Sure. Come on, Reverend Silence. So I think I'm supposed to looting here because I can discard the Thoughtseize. Alright, I drew Serenity. That's good. Okay. Pass the turn. I need to draw a Faithless looting or like an Entomb on my turn. What are you doing? So we're drawing back a Bauble or a Petal? Getting back Bauble. Okay. Sure. Alright, deck. Please give me looting. Or Entomb. Either will do. Okay. Draw. That's a slap in the face. Pass the turn. Okay. They return Bauble. They're playing Bauble and they can get Bauble back again. Esper Sentinel, sure. They can still return a Bauble here. Ouch. Actually, Thoughtseize could do it too. So Thoughtseize, looting, Entomb. That'll do. Alright, let's play Entomb. They get to draw a card here. Griselbrand, then Reanimate. I do have to pass the turn, which stinks. But it's better than nothing. Okay, please don't kill me. There's Karn. Karn goes and gets Lion's Eye Diamond, so our opponent has infinite mana. The question is, can they kill me with infinite mana? Ensnaring Bridge. I can beat Bridge. I don't actually care about that. We're a Tendrils deck. Oh, I can't. I'm at 6. I can't attack. Alright, so I need to draw white swords. Okay. They have a lot of time now. Oh, they just get Lattice here. I'm dumb. I had 1 turn to hit and I missed. Yeah, I don't think I have an out here. Pretty sure I don't. Draw. And I can't use this. Nothing I do works because of this combination between card and lattice, so I'm just going to pick it up. And we can go to match number 4. So we got our first loss. It's a bummer, but it is what it is. Hey, you're still watching. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe. If you're looking to make a purchase from Card Hoarder, TCG Player, or Amazon and are looking to support us, you can open up our description down below, and in there you will find our affiliate links. Those same links are found on the homepage of the Epic Storm. But that's not all. We've included a Card Hoarder button on our website that will load the Epic Storm in your Card Hoarder cart to make life simple for you. Match 4, we're on the draw, and we have Turbo and Griselbrand, so we are going to keep. What is Stranger 99 playing? That's the question. It looks like something boring like Delver. Ponder and pass. That Entomb card's pretty good. Let's looting here and just see if it resolves. There's a pretty good chance I get dazed, but I don't actually need the looting to resolve, so I don't mind stifling their growth if that is the case. They're going to force looting. Okay. Mox, I think I'm supposed to just cast Entomb now then. Because that says they don't have days. So the next turn I can come back with both of these. Get the Gristle. Alright, so they are on Blue-Red Delver, the most boring deck in Legacy. Bobble. Wasteland. Alright, so draw. They didn't have days last turn, so let's try it now. At least with Exhume I don't lose life, and they've conceded. Get out of here, Delver. No one likes you. Boom. Okay, so I've been told that I bring in Xanad versus Delver, which seems odd to me, but that was the instruction I was given, so we're going to take it. And I think we probably want Shenanigans for Entomb. Got maybe 2 Chancellors. Get rid of the Chromox, and I think we can get rid of the Tendrils package. And that looks pretty clean to me. Let's hit that submit. Game 2. This is a hand we're going to keep. Team Vents. From this economy? With no Ragavan? Come on. You have a bobble. Draw. That was a good one. Actually, was it? I don't think it was. I take that back. I get no, because we have the Entomb, so it's really not that great. Thoughtseize. Trying to protect this Xanad. Like, I don't want to play Xanad if they just have a bolt in their hand. Well, if I take Brainstorm and play the Xanad, they have nothing going on. Alright, so let's play the Swarm. They have to force it, or else both those cards are dead. The Swarm resolve. They forced it. Okay, so now they get a Surveil trigger. They put a Scalding Tarn to their graveyard. So they have 1 unknown and then these 2. They have Wasteland and 1 random card, Delver. Okay, so we just have to draw a reanimation spell now. Draw. Griselbrand was not what the doctor ordered. I could Entomb for, what is it called? Faithless Looting, and then ditch these Gristles, which is something to think about. And Delver. Flipping Brainstorm's pretty good for that. Got it. They milled a Bobble. Misty, so they have 1 unknown in hand. Taking 4 down to 12. I don't know if I should get the looting here or not. Like, I could just get Gristle, and then that gives me a mana to play through days if I draw any of the 12 reanimation effects. I'm going to take a chance on looting here. And tap, draw. All right, so I can play looting through days now. Get Badlands. Get Badlands and play out Petal. Flashback looting. So I would go to 3 if I reanimate Gristle right now. I'm dead to Bolt. Dark Ritual. If they have a Daze, this is their best time to cast. Alright, Griselbrand, don't bolt me. Fetching in response. Okay, so like I said, I'm dead to Lightning Bolt, if they even left it in. Okay, they did not. Draw. So I can put another Griselbrand into play post-combat. Swing. So I could put this Griselbrand into play, and if I do that, I lose the one that's actually more powerful. Part of me wonders if I just reanimate the Swarm as a blocker. I'm going to reanimate Swarm. In case of Murktide, I want a 7/7. They have Force, and now they get to Surveil. They put a Misty to their graveyard. Another Dragon Rage Channeler. Okay, so we're going to 5, draw, unmask, get in there. They're at 2. So you notice that I am not activating Griselbrand. That's on purpose. Because I don't think I'm likely to win the game if I activate, so I'm just accepting that 7 life is pretty good. They mill the cage. So when Expressive hits the graveyard, they will be delirious. That's 9 power, so if they find a lightning bolt, I am dead. Wasteland. And another Grafdigger's Cave. You got it. And our opponent has conceded, so now we are 3-1 with 1 round left to go. Let's get it. If you're looking for more great Magic the Gathering content, definitely check out the Eternal Glory podcast. It is myself, Bryant Cook, alongside Brian Koval and Phil Gallagher. We primarily discuss Legacy. That said, a lot of what we talk about transcends all formats. We're available on all major podcast platforms. Match number 5. And we're on the draw. We're going to keep this because, well, it's turn 1 Griselbrand with Chancellor backup. So that's what we're doing. Polluted Delta, okay. So this Ponder will be countered by the Chancellor. Okay. Draw. Griselbrand. We're just looking to do what this deck does. Dark Ritual. Entomb. Force pitching Narc Amoeba. Wow. Okay. We're gonna pass. Narc Amoeba, so they're probably some sort of Cephalid breakfast variant. Stoneforge Mystic. I mean, that's what it's looking like right now. And Cauldra. Sure. So we want a Faithless Looting right now. That's our best draw. Unmask. Not quite good enough here. It might be okay if we draw a black spell next turn because I could unmask myself and then reanimate Griselbrand. I could put a Chancellor into play right now, but it's like, versus the Cauldra. All right, Saga. So they can put the Cauldra into play. We'll follow the 15. Right. So we have a number of hits here. They have 2 cards in hand. Draw. Reanimate does it. So we're going to unmask ourselves here. Discard the Gristle. And reanimate. We're at 7. So I cannot draw 7 with Griselbrand, and I have to pass the turn. First strike, haste, indestructible trample. Whenever this deals damage to a creature, exile that creature. So I cannot block. We're in trouble here. Alright, Saga goes up to 2. Brainstorm. So if they find Swords to Plowshares, we are dead. Looted Delta, okay. Like I said, I cannot block the Germ because I can't risk the Griselbrand being exiled, so we're just going to go to 2 life. And they're passing with Saga. Draw. Value doesn't really matter here, but let's attack and then draw 7. Okay, so let's see what we hit. We're at 2 life. We hit Tendrils, but I don't think that's actually good enough. So Bayou, yeah, I don't think this actually does much for us. Like Tendril Storm 3. I actually have to crack this, so I would go up to 7, which isn't enough, because I can go Unmask Chromox Tendrils. That doesn't do it. I could put Chancellor into play, but is that even good enough? Like, it blocks this, and then I die to the Saga. So I think I'm just dead. I'm just trying to make sure. Yes. I don't see a way to live here. Damn. Okay. Game 2. Okay, so Cephalid Breakfast. Definitely want these swarms. You could argue that we want Coffin Purge. I don't know if that's what the matchup's really about. Probably want the shenanigans. And Magus seems cute, so we might want the Magus. A lot of cards coming in. Chancellor is better on the play. We can definitely take out Chromox. I'll be honest, I'm not super interested in the Coffin Purge. I think it's just way too cute and not actually good. Magus is okay. Because their deck definitely has a lot of non-basics. Then we're 5 cards over. So we have to make some concessions somewhere. I think that Chancellor is really, really good on the play. So I think I'm going to board out Thoughtseize, which I know it sounds crazy, but I think that's the best thing to do. We're also bringing in Swarm, which is just like a 10 out of 10 in this matchup. So I'm going to try this out. On the play. So this is a turn 2 Protected Magus. I think I keep that. All right, let's play the looting and see if they force it again. Well, we drew double Chancellor. A little bit awkward. And pass the turn. You know, the old mill 2 cards for 1 red. Tundra into Ponder. Did not shuffle. All right, and the draw is Entomb. We're going to unmask them. Keep this Exhumer on for the Chancellor, but we're going to try to play Magus this turn. All right, so they have 1 force. We're going to have to make them burn it. And Magus. They have to force this or else they can't play anything in their hand. They're just going to pitch an Archamoeba here. Yeah. Alright, so next turn I can exhume the... Honestly, I think Magus is a better choice than anything else. Stone forward. Okay, so that was a decent draw. Uldra complete. Draw. And let's put that Magus onto the battlefield. Pass the turn. Draw. Get in there. Wooch wooch. 2-2 combat. Oh, they have basics. I've been fooled. Oh no. Alright, so I mean, is that even right? Like attacking? Because you could just leave both back and then I can't attack with the Magus? I don't know. Another Chancellor. Let's cast it. Looting. Guard, Chancellor, Children? And let's get in there. We're at 15. Next turn I can bring back Chancellor, but I don't even know if that matters anymore. And they've decided that this is a race, so we're going to 16. Dark Amoeba Beatdown. Draw. They have one unknown in hand. We have to hope that it's not a Force of Will. Or even a Daze, honestly. Alright, let's cast the Animate Dead on Chancellor. Okay. So they are at 13, which means that it takes 4 hits from the Chancellor to win. Get in there. Okay. Ah, that's techie. I like that. Hard to be upset when you get to use the alternate mode on Cephalid Illusionist. Like, that's just awesome magic. Alright, so we're going to flashback this looting, get rid of these swarms. Ooh, Gristle. Hello. Oh, I did play a land that turn, my bad. So we have one more looting to flashback looking for Gristle. Well, to animate Gristle. So there is passing. Draw. And let's flashback looting. They have 5 cards. We don't know 2 of them at this point. I think we try to play out these swarms so that way if we do draw a reanimation spell, we're protected. I don't think I'm supposed to attack. Like, them milling... Honestly, they can mill anyway, so it probably doesn't matter. Shuko. They have the win. They had the colorless win. Alright, we got. There's a 1-of that we were dead to and they hit it. So that's a bummer. So the way that this works is that you use Shuko with Cephalid Illusionist, you re-equip to the Illusionist over and over, and then you mill your entire deck until you reveal a bunch of Narcomoebas. Eventually, because they have Dread Return in their hand, they flash back a Cabal Therapy, targeting themselves on Dread Return, and then they bring back the Thassa's Oracle with the Dread Return, and we're dead. Let's just see if our opponent does it. Okay, so they have Cabal Therapy, which is step number 1. They've used 2 Narcomoebas already. There's number 3, so that's enough to go Cabal Therapy myself into Oracle. They had a Soul Guide Lantern. I guess that makes sense. They are a Saga deck. They have 2 therapies. So yeah, they always had it here. Cool. Alright, so Garrett, we finished this league 3-2. Which isn't bad, you know. It's fine. Like, honestly, that's fine for Black Red Reanimator. Not too upset at this. I don't have any strong opinions on whether or not the Tendrils build is better than the Archon of Cruelty build. I will say, honestly, I thought I was going to get to do more crazy Tendril stuff because, like, whenever I faced Black Red Reanimator, they always drew their entire deck into Tendrils, and I sort of expected to do that this league, and I didn't really get to. So I think that the Archon build is probably better, but I'm not an expert, so take what I say with a grain of salt. Thank you for the donation, deck, and have a great day. Keep storming. Hey, Bryant Cook here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, but also follow the social media channels down below. If you want to support this content directly, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/shop. And if you need a little bit of assistance with the Epic Storm to get to that next level, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/tutoring. Don't worry, there's more great content coming right up.